Boss, think about it like this. We're bringing the Bilbao band back together. All these people that have been away from the club for a few years and bringing them back in. Like Ramalho, he was away for a few years. Javi Martinez and his lengthy stint away at Bayern when he was at the club for a time. And just think about it this way. If not for nothing else, this guy will definitely tutor up all the midfield prospects that we have currently. Linton Jr., Inchausti, Diego Tomei, they're right on the cusp of getting starting spots, but they're just not there yet. And I feel like this guy, with his veteran presence and who can still go at a high level, can help tutor these young prospects to then fill in the role. And in fact, he might also make the starting spot since Ben Yett's not having the best of times out there. So I feel that we should bring back Ander Herrera. Yes, I'm sure the fans would absolutely love it. All right, I'm going to tell him. Thank you, boss. Well, this transfer window's ending on a high note. What's up, peoples? It's Gendo here, and welcome back to the Basque Boys. As always, if you are still enjoying the series, please do go and drop a like. And there he is, in all his glory. Ander Herrera is back at Bilbao. He was at the club for 3 seasons between 2011 and 2014 before being picked up by Manchester United. And now we bring him back. He's 31. He's a little on the decline, but he's still in prime shape that he can absolutely boss the midfield of this team. And on top of that, be a purposeful and useful tutor, which he's currently doing right now. He's actually tutoring up Linton Jr. on how to be a better midfielder. So already killing 2 birds with 1 stone, getting a nice tutor, as well as getting a prime midfielder. Now, as you do see right here, he was sent off in one of our previous matches. We'll get to that in just a second. We also have one more bit of transfer news. And I guess someone who was languishing in mediocrity and irrelevance, we sold out Oscar Gil out to Levante for 1.1 million euros. He was sitting in my Bilbao side, was never going to be featured in my squad, wanted first team football, and, you know, time was right. Just ship him on. Don't need him in my system anymore, especially with all the midfielders that are better than him coming through my squad already. So in today's episode, we're going to be taking on Bayern in our first Champions League group stage match, which is probably not going to end all that well, but we'll be taking on Sevilla in the league after that. Before we get to that, we did play a couple of matches since the last time out, a win and a loss. We followed up our draw versus Osasuna with a 2-0 victory versus Espanyol. Marino and Villalibre coming in with strong performances, getting their first goals of the season, but a very sad and unfortunate 3-1 loss away from home to Valencia as Enes Unal gets himself a hat-trick on the Valencia side. Villalibre getting himself a penalty on our side for our only goal scored. Now, this loss is sad and unfortunate for 3 reasons, not just because of the loss, but Villalibre has got himself an injury. He's going to be out for the next 2 weeks, not playing today at all. And Ander Herrera got himself sent off in his very first match with the club. He had to go and get himself sent off, so he's not going to be in the match versus Sevilla today. Dude, I love you, but you need to lay off the fouls if you're going to play here. Right, so with the inclusion of Ander Herrera to the squad, and he can play in the Champions League match, we're going to be going back to this formation that we started the series out with, 4-3-3 with a defensive mid, and the lineup is going to be as follows. Ruffier in net, Monreal, San Jose, Laporta, and Leque along the back line. Javi Martinez will be our defensive mid today, sitting in front of him, Herrera and Marino. Out on the wings, Muniain and Hervia sitting up top. It's got to be John Batista, the only other striker that I have on this squad. I mean, I could recall Gorka Santa Maria from his loan spell. I mean, I did want to try and integrate him at some point in time, but he was going to be number 3 striker all the way. So John Batista is going to be sitting up front today. Cross fingers. Hopefully, let's make it respectable versus Bayern. It's a home match, so we should have a little bit more going for us. But let's see what the game decides. Let's go kick off, see what happens. So like I said, just like with last season, us picking up Monreal, we draw Arsenal in the group stage. This season, we pick up Javi Martinez. We draw Bayern in the group stage. Now, it didn't work all that well in the first match against the 2 teams last season. Let's see if we can change the fate this time around and have a better result in the first match versus the previous team of Javi. 26 minutes gone now. Bayern have had a lot more of the ball, but not a lot of shots. They've only had 1. They are coming forward, though. Kingsley Coman to Robert Lewandowski, and, I mean, that's only their 2nd shot of the day, but they get themselves a goal. We've had 4 shots, only 1 on target, so if you want to chalk it up to more possession equaling more goals, then Bayern do deservedly have this lead and, you know, deserve this lead. But, yeah, it's really hard to mark the big pole in Lewandowski. And this isn't the first time Lewandowski has screwed us over. If you remember about 3 seasons ago, I believe Bayern knocked us out in the round of 16 in the Champions League. And it looks like at halftime it's going to be 1-0 to the Bavarian side. And overall, this team has not been very good whatsoever. I expect a much better showing. As you can clearly see, though, Muniain, Batista sitting up front with 6-4s, and, well, they're not getting the ball. So what do you expect? If they're not getting the ball, how are they going to be able to score goals? It's basically from the midfield back, they need to get their heads out of their asses. Monreal on a 6-5. He's not really doing all that spectacularly, and really didn't finish the season out last season spectacularly as well. He's not on a rapid decline at all, so I don't understand why he's just starting to perform badly. Maybe it is just age. He is 33, so I could just chalk it up to age. But overall, I'm going to just make a little bit of changes. Get rid of that, and we'll up the tempo. And we'll try this. Maybe playing on this type of formation, this type of system, needs to be a little bit more counterattacking, more offensive-minded. 2 minutes in, and bad news for the club as San Jose has gone down with injury. That's obviously not good for us. So we're going to drop Javi Martinez back into the center backing role. San Jose is going to be coming out for... who do I put in there? Marino? Do I honestly stick Marino down there, and then in that spot we throw Linton Jr.? Do we do that? I guess we have to. We can change up the roles, be a deep line playmaker on support. But yeah, I guess we're going to have to go with this. It's not ideal. 67 minutes on now, ball coming forward, Linton Jr. to Batista. What a great strike. Batista into the far post, gets his first goal. And I believe it's his first goal in almost about 20 games at this point in time, going back to last season. A great vision pass from Linton Jr., seeing Batista split the defense. Off the half volley, takes a touch, and into the far post. We got ourselves a level match, boys. Bayern not dying, 20 seconds left to go. It's cleared away. If Muniain just gets it out to the center line, that's all we need to do. And hey, a 1-1 draw versus Bayern Munich, a lot better result than I would have thought against this type of club. We're going to come away with a point in this group, and okay, if I could do this again in the second leg, then I'm all for us getting through to the next round and us coming in second place on top of that. But yeah, 1-1 draw at home versus Bayern Munich. Boys, this is going to be a passionate talk. What a comeback. Why did you switch off? You just drew with Bayern Munich. You're not supposed to draw with Bayern Munich, but you did. And I'm praising you and you're not too arsed about that? I don't understand this team. Right, so welcome back to the second match of this episode, taking on Sevilla in the league at home, and looking at the formation, yes, this time it's going to be the flat 3-4-3-3, because I don't really have any other competent defensive mids outside of Javi Martinez and San Jose, and if I lose one, it basically eliminates that position. So that's why we're going back to the flat 4-3-3, and the lineup is going to be as follows: Ruffier and net, Leque, Laporte, Martinez, Monreal along the back line, Benyat, Marino, Linton Jr. as our midfield three. The front three remain unchanged: Muniain, Batista, and Pablo Hervias. Now let's go get ourselves at least a draw out of this. I feel like, yes, we may be a little bit shorthanded in a couple spots, but I feel like we have enough talent to get ourselves a draw out of this match. So let's go kick off and see what happens. And fortunately, due to all those injuries as well, I'm only down to 6 subs, and I couldn't recall anybody from the under-19s or the Bilbao squad because they had already played matches today, so 6 subs it is. 19 minutes on, and we got ourselves a throw-in from the left side. Monreal playing it through to Batista, to Muniain. Hervias on the far post. Some great vision from one winger to the other, and Hervias gets his first goal of the season. 1-0 to Athletic Club early on. And these were all very good vision passes. Linton Jr. to Muniain. Actually, it was to Batista first. Muniain crossed the porch to Hervias into the far post. Goalkeeper can't do anything about it. We got ourselves a nice start to this match. And hell, we could get ourselves an even better start. Can we double the lead? Leque out on the wing. Cuts it inside to Linton Jr. Falls to Muniain, shooting across his body into the far post. And we do exactly that. Double the lead just 4 minutes later. Bilbao 2, Sevilla 0. Let's take a look at this. Leque, Hervias, great passing across the middle. I didn't think that Linton Jr. would have taken that pass. I don't know if there was a pass or a shot, but anyway, it rebounded to Muniain, and he said, sure, I'll have a go. Ball over the top, Sevilla coming through, Milik. Oh, and Martinez goes through the back of him. Javi. I don't need any more center backs being either sent off or injured. I really don't. Sigurdsson, is that Gylfi? Oh, and then Ruffier diving the correct way. It is Gylfi who does get one back for Sevilla. Ruffier got a hand to that, but just was not able to keep it out. It was blasted into the back of the net. Oh, so close. Back on the ball, pushes it back inside. It falls to Hervias, and Hervias was able to sneak it through a defender and a goalkeeper into the back of the net. It's his brace on the day. 3-1 to Bilbao. Linton Jr., a very great vision cross to find Marino, rising highest, heads it on to Hervias, far post, and that's Sung Hun Min. When did Sevilla pick up Son Heung-min? It's just been a wild and wacky first half. It's another shot attempt really close from Sevilla, and I was about to lose words there. And that would have been 3-2 right there, capping off an exciting first half of play. Offense has shown up in droves. Defense not really looking forward to it on this day, but we got ourselves the advantage right now, 3-1. And at this point in time, I'm not going to say anything different. Just tell them I'm pleased. At least we're winning. And I'm not going to be changing any tactics. So let's go out for the second 45 and try to hold on to this lead. I still don't understand how Gylfi and Sung Hun Min can be on this team. Sergei Samper's there. Chabiacheta's still there. Arkadura's Milik is there. Just looking at the roster, Kepa is still there too. That's a top 6 side, in my opinion. 20 minutes to go now, and the ball gets through to Milik, out to Rodrigo on the wing. Sevilla coming through, and it's just as easy as that. That's the FIFA sweat all over the place, and you see it in Football Manager more and more often now. They take it to the byline, cross it into the middle of the park, and into the open net it goes. Sevilla back into this match, boys. Defensively, we need to close them down. We have had 24 shots, 10 on target. Sevilla 9-5. We've had more possession. Where is the results? Where are the results? Where are the goals? 2 minutes of stoppage time on the clock, but it looks like that it's going to be all for naught. Well, I speak too soon. 30 seconds left. Ball needs to be cleared out. And Sevilla could possibly have one last gasp attack here. 15 seconds. Rodrigo taking it through, crosses it in. Good clearance away from Unai Lopez, and that should be the match right there. Martinez just cleared out. As time is ticking away, the ref's going to blow his full-time whistle, and we do, in fact, survive versus Sevilla. It's Athletic Club 3, Sevilla 2 at home. Good job, boys. I mean, yeah, you needed it. I mean, and also the team talk was needed as well after I completely bottled that versus Bayern. But hey, we got ourselves off to a decent start after 4 matches, 7 points, sitting in 6th place right now. But it's way too early to start looking at the standings over here. And our future cast schedule is going to look like this. We got to take on our rivals, Real Sociedad, because they have given us the business over the last few seasons. We want to return the favor. And then, of course, our 3rd group stage match versus Rapid Vienna this time. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please go and leave a like on the video, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. Comment below on what you thought about this episode or the series as a whole, and what do you think about Ander Herrera? Good signing, bad signing? I mean, he's definitely going to be a great tutor for my youth players, and I can only hope that he's just as good, if not a better player, than he is a tutor. But anyway, guys, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.